And in electoral matters, the independent and moral integrity of the Independent National Electoral Commission is most crucial to the electoral process in the forthcoming general elections. To this end, despite the questions arising from the capability of the electoral umpire to live up to expectations, the judiciary must be set to tackle squarely any illegalities that may unfold. Well, that was a call from keynote speakers at this year's edition of the Gani Fawehinmi lecture organized by the Ikeja branch of the Nigeria Bar Association, who say INEC hasn't built enough institutional and constitutional safeguards.
Where and when the independence of the electoral body cannot be taken for granted, one can as well bid goodbye to free, fair, credible, and transparent elections. However, an unbiased and non-partisan electoral body does not drop from the sky. It has to be created and nurtured by law and society, and is driven by men and women of unimpeachable character and the right disposition for it to effectively perform its ascribed role. More important, the independence of the body must be safeguarded and guaranteed by a conscious and vigorous civil society.
If we all keep quiet, we all stay silent and expect that some magic will occur that will create the independence for INEC, then we'll be living in a fool's paradise. We have been in this country where INEC under Ikeja declared results that were not favorable to the ruling party, and we had a change of government from one party to the other, and nothing happened. INEC must remain independent. Our role as lawyers, we must not abdicate. We must keep fighting to protect INEC, but that fight, we should not wait for the independence to be first abused. We should educate our people, because that fight will happen in every street corner, in every polling unit, and wherever any ballot box is going. That is our duty as lawyers. Constitution has given INEC the unfettered discretion to provide guidelines for elections. The attempt by the legislature to put everything into the guidelines is why we are having this quagmire of the president refused to sign. Should election be on Monday or on Tuesday? Should there be a card reader or no card reader? All those things are entirely, totally, and 100% in the purview of electoral guidelines, and we should leave them at that. I will end by saying that.
So these are, defects in the system. If you really want INEC to be independent, in the real sense of that word, you must look at the issue of appointment of the person that presides over INEC. You must also look at the issue of funding. Who funds INEC? And all that. So, and then even look at the structure itself, and then look at operational framework. So if all those frameworks show some level of lack of independence, there is no way INEC can be independent. So INEC will only be independent in name, but when it comes to the issue of operations, when it comes to the issue of logistics, INEC still rely on the executive, and most times the executives are contested in an election. So we must try as much as possible to watch what other nations have done in order to make their electoral umpire.
Meanwhile, a warning was also sounded to litigants and other legal practitioners with respect to petitions for election tribunals and not to fall prey to the antics of political elite.
I am warning senior lawyers to be very careful with respect to charges. You must ensure that the litigant is paying you from his or her pocket. The moment you allow a governor or the president of the country, or anybody for that matter, to dip his or her hand into the public treasury, you may run into trouble. Because now the security agencies have the power to investigate the sources of your income. They have the right to track where the money is coming from. And that is why we must ensure that we do not allow people to use public funds to pay lawyers handling private briefs.